This is a 1998 Honda Valkyrie GL1500. And why did I get this bike? What is this bike going to do for me? And what was it like riding this for the first time? This is my initial review of the Honda Valkyrie. What's going on, guys? Jonah here. It's been a couple of weeks since I've made a video, but I've had a lot of life stuff going on. Thank you guys for sticking around and staying engaged in the channel. This is my second bike. I've been talking about getting a second bike for a long time, and I know I've been specifically talking about getting a naked GL1000 or GL1100. I got this instead, and I'm going to explain to you why in this video. First, we're going to go over what is the Honda Valkyrie. We're going to do a slight comparison of it to the Honda Goldwing GL1500. I'm going to talk about why I bought this bike. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a quick review of my first week with this motorcycle, being my daily rider, taking it to work every day. And I have done some highway miles on it. It's been phenomenal so far. At the end, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to give you one really good thing I love about the Valkyrie, and one thing I actually don't love about it so much. Okay, so what is a Honda Valkyrie? It is a bike that is not talked about a whole lot. In some circles it may be, other circles people have never heard of this at all. Basically, the Honda Valkyrie at its core is a naked GL1500, and that's pretty cool. So it has the exact same 1503cc engine that the GL1500 Goldwing has. As a matter of fact, the actual model of this Valkyrie, when you register it, I believe mine is a GL1500 VC or VTX. It's a GL1500 with a couple letters on the end. This specific Valkyrie is a 1998, which is the exact same year as my Goldwing that you have seen in every other video on this channel. As you can see, this model is actually the touring model of the Honda Valkyrie. There were a couple of different models. I will make a full breakdown at a later point in time. This is my very first impressions video of the Valkyrie, but there was a base model and there is a touring model. This is the touring model. It says it right there, tourer. This has the stock bags and the stock windshield. As far as I know, that is the only thing that makes the tourer the tourer. There is the base model. Typically they're black and they don't have any bags. They don't have the clear windshield. There is actually one version of the Honda Valkyrie with a full fairing and trunk. And in the upcoming weeks, I'm actually working on a video going over every single Honda Goldwing variant and model throughout the years as like a buying guide for you and just explaining what all of the different Honda Goldwings are. A lot of people see this and they do consider it a Honda Goldwing. And at the end of the day, as we get more into this video, you're gonna see there's actually a lot of things about this that are similar. And I will also be doing like a pretty strict head-on-head comparison between the two, pro, contrast, and just pointing out little differences and little similarities you may not think of. At the end of the day, the Honda Valkyrie is what someone would consider either a cruiser bike, a standard bike, or touring bike, or a muscle cruiser. Muscle cruiser is a very niche segment of motorcycling. They call it a muscle cruiser because it has a giant engine. In a lot of ways, it is a touring bike. But of course, if you're going to tour, personally, I'd rather have my full fairing in my trunk. And then I would call it maybe a standard motorcycle. This is going to get into my point 2 of this video of why did I buy this bike. Let me show you. So this Honda Valkyrie. So it looks very much like a cruiser bike, right? The way you sit on it, it's kind of tall. I'm 5'10", 5'11", and the thing about a lot of cruiser bikes versus like ADV or, you know, at adventure touring, typically those seats are somewhat narrow, so you can sit up really high. This seat is quite wide and it is quite tall. Of course, there is not adjustable suspension on it, but for me, I'm 5'10", I can flat foot it very easily. In my opinion, it seems easier to flat foot than the GL1500, but again, this is not a full comparison. This is what I love about this bike. So it's a cruiser and the styling is phenomenal. In a lot of ways, I think this bike looks a lot like a really classic 1965 cruiser. It looks a lot like a Road King from Harley Davidson. And if you didn't know, that's my favorite Harley Davidson bike. But one of my favorite parts about this bike is it has the cruiser styling. I absolutely love it. The handlebars are nice and bent down. This angle between my shoulder to the handlebar is so comfortable. I actually like this angle in the bars more than the Goldwing. I know, but guys, this is not a comparison against the Goldwing. The grips are nice and wide. It's very, very comfortable. Like, my arms are in a great position to just really relax cruising down the road on this. That's not the best part though. A lot of cruiser bikes similar to this, they'll have forward controls. And in my opinion, if you have forward controls and no driver backrest, I don't know, like I don't want to be hunched over like this with no driver backrest. Like, to me, that looks uncomfortable. The best part about this bike is check out that. Check out that angle from my shoulder to my hip, to my knee, to my shifter, and then where my arms are. This seating position, yes, you got it right. It is the exact same seating position, or if not, maybe an inch off, but it's the exact same seating position as the Honda Goldwing. Why is that exciting? Well, if you guys have watched any of my reviews on the Honda Goldwing, you'll know that the comfortability of the Goldwing is my favorite part of it. And with that being said, the comfortability of the Goldwing is largely because of the nice, upright, neutral seating position that I really enjoy. Motorcycle class that you will call, there's called a standard bike. And with the standard bike, that the whole point of it is a nice neutral seating position. This bike is a huge muscle cruiser, but it has a very comfortable neutral seating position, and I absolutely love it. With that being said, another thing that this is it is the same engine as a GL1500. So it's a 6-cylinder, 5-speed machine, but it sounds far different, and it is geared a little bit different than the GL1500. I will do head-to-head speed comparisons between the two, but in my experience so far, it's about as fast as my Goldwing. Guys, the Goldwing ups and goes. This guy does have a lot of power, and it has a lot of low-end power, and dude, even at 55 miles an hour in 5th gear, if I crank it, it'll go for sure. But that being said, the Goldwing does too. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Now, mind you, guys, all of my reviews of a motorcycle is going to be from the point of view of someone who has ridden a Goldwing for 7-8 years, right? So when I look at this bike and I look at the size, for me, the size, the cylinders, the power is somewhat standard for me because I am used to riding such a big bike. If you're coming from a small bike, Rebel, or if you want to get a Valkyrie as like your second or third bike or something, the size could be a lot. Me personally, I don't think it is. Me and my brother Zach, we rode and almost 2 hours to up on my Goldwing to pick up this bike. I actually got it from a dealership. It was only $4,000. It has 40,000 miles from the original owner, as far as I can tell. Literally pristine condition, other than a small tear on the seat, which is why this cover is on there. My brother Zach rode my Goldwing half of the way back because he has ridden it some, and he's 16 years old. And then we traded off. He hopped on this, for the second half. We did back roads, we did some highway. And as a 16-year-old, man, he handled this easily. He handled it perfectly fine. He's like 6'2", and he used to have a GL1500, so he's somewhat used to the Goldwing. But man, he handled this fine as a 16-year-old. Me personally, I think basically anybody of any size would be able to ride this bike. Okay, quick break, guys. Check this out. If you want to support the channel, and if you want some awesome stickers that look like this, t-shirts, mugs, I have a lot of really cool designs. I have gotten one t-shirt order already, so I have made my very first $6.50 from this YouTube channel. Guys, if you want to support what I'm doing here, go ahead, check out the merch store. There's going to be tons more designs coming, and just check it out, guys. Also, subscribe for tons more Honda Goldwing, Honda Valkyrie content. I'm going to be reviewing a Honda Shadow. I'm going to be reviewing a Vulcan. There's a lot of stuff coming, guys. Coming to point number 3, why did I buy this bike? And why do I have 2 motorcycles now? Well, the second question in that, I will answer in a different video because having 2 motorcycles is brand new to me. And since I picked this guy up 1 week ago, I actually have not ridden my Goldwing a single time. Mind you, it's only been 7 days, and I've been really enjoying the new motorcycle. Why did I get this bike? Okay, well, for one, I've gone through a lot of life changes lately, and you know what? I was like, this is the time. It was just something I really wanted to do, and I've been wanting a second bike absolutely forever. The main reason I've wanted a different bike, and I absolutely love the Goldwing, I just want more wind. So I'm in Tennessee, and you know, in especially July, August, you know, it'll be actual temperature 102 degrees. It'll be 85% humidity, and you know, it'll be feels like 112, 115 sometimes. And a lot of the riding I do, a majority of the riding I do is commuting. It's commuting, it's going to the store, you know, just stuff around town. And I was really wanting a bike that'll get me more wind. That was a big thing. And the thing is, I love the GL1500, right? So at the end of the day, I'm like, well, I really want a second bike that's slightly lighter. I was really thinking maybe a scooter or something much smaller, even a Trail 125. I thought that might be fun. But I think that might just be a little too small for me. I am 260 pounds. But I really wanted a bike, hey, that's slightly lighter, that gets me more wind, that'll be fun for around town, and a huge bonus of it looking incredibly sleek. So I was mostly in the market for a GL1000 or a GL1100. I really do still want a GL1000. Who knows, maybe at the end of the day, I'll end up with a garage of one of every single model of Goldwing for you guys. I think that would be really awesome. But at the end of the day, what I was looking for was a bike that'll get me more wind. I love my GL1500. This literally is a naked version of my other bike. I also thought, hey, exact same year, naked version of the Goldwing, that's a perfect opportunity for some videos for you guys to do some strict comparisons between the two. It's also 25 years newer than a GL1000. The price was phenomenal. The miles were good. It was close by. So I went ahead and I went with this bike. I never really seriously considered a Honda Valkyrie before a number of weeks ago, but I have been on the market. You know, I look at the Facebook Marketplace, I save motorcycles. I've done that for years on end, and it has made it easier to make videos to you guys about, you know, like what kinds of purchases should you be making. I bought this for $4,000 in pristine condition. You can get a lot of Valkyries for between $2,000 and $5,000, and they're clean bikes. Again, having the Honda Goldwing engine, it shifts very smooth. If you're riding a Goldwing and you go to this, the shifting will feel great. The seating will feel great. Everything I love about my Goldwing is in this, and it's in cruiser form for the most part. How often will I be riding my Goldwing? I'll probably be riding it still quite a bit. Of course, you know, the big windscreen, I'm getting my heated seats soon. I'm getting my heated grips soon. You know, for anything that's in the colder months, I'll totally be taking my Goldwing. And I think this is probably when I go ahead and get to my initial review of this Honda Valkyrie. So the 1998 Honda Valkyrie is a phenomenal motorcycle. My very first time seeing it in person, I was absolutely wooing over it. I walked up to it. It just looks like it came straight out of the 1960s. And I loved basically single thing about this motorcycle. When you fire it up, it sounds like a Mustang. I love the sound of the engine. It's much louder than the Goldwing, but it's not too loud. It's the Goldwing on a scale of 0 to 10 sound. The Goldwing is literally like a 2 out of 10. Like, I've actually pulled up on my Goldwing. People thought it was an electric motorcycle for some reason because it's that quiet. This is probably more of normal motorcycle sound. I would give this a 4 or 5 on the sound. But the bike sounds great. The bike feels great. And it just looks so clean. And on top of that, it has all of the performance you would ever want out of a motorcycle. I find it comfortable. So when we went all the way out to Lebanon, Tennessee to pick this up, and it was about a 75-mile ride home. I loved every single minute of it. As soon as I got on the bike, it felt lighter, it felt smaller. It is about 150 pounds lighter than the Goldwing. And I feel it for sure. Like, from someone who has ridden a Goldwing every day for 7 years, having a bike that gives me more wind and is 150 pounds lighter is very useful for me. So overall, in terms of pros, almost everything. This bike, I absolutely love it. This is why I'm doing an initial review, because when I review this 3 months or 6 months later down the line, there may be some things I like less about it, but we'll see when we get there. There are just a couple of things I don't like about it a ton. Number one is the gas mileage. I guess my Goldwing doesn't get super great gas mileage either, but on my Goldwing I have a gauge. I do not have a gauge on this, and that's probably, I haven't not had a gauge since my very first bike, my Yamaha Virago, but there is no gauge, and this tank is really big, and there's that slit in the middle, so it's actually kind of hard to tell how much gas you have in it. So what you need to do is you need to set the trip meter, and I ran out of gas at 140 miles. So I had to switch over to reserve. That is not great range. Now, mind you, a lot of that was highway. So, you know, that was running the bike kind of hard. I did the math on it. When I refilled it, I put like 4.1 gallons in, which means it was getting about 35, 36 miles to the gallon. That's actually pretty close to what my Goldwing gets. I would put a ton of money if I did a comparison strict highway miles. I think the Goldwing would get significantly better mileage because of how streamlined the fairings are with moving the wind out of the way. But yeah, the gas mileage is not great, and I wish there was a fuel gauge. And there's one more thing I would like about the bike just a little bit more. The interstate is really loud, and I already have some hearing damage, right? And the Goldwing being quiet is one of my favorite parts about the Goldwing. Now, it's impossible to do a review of this without talking about the Goldwing at all. That's what I've ridden for 7 years, right? So the interstate was really, really loud. The engine was loud, revving at like around 3,100 RPMs. The engine was loud. The wind was loud, and you know, I'm not used to getting a ton of wind, especially because we rode on the interstate on the Goldwing all the way down. And the Goldwing on the interstate, you'll go 45 miles an hour to 75 miles an hour. It'll feel very similar, and it's very comfortable going 70 miles an hour. This bike is quite loud. Would I do a cross-country trip on it? Maybe not cross-country. If I was gonna, so I live in Tennessee. I have some trips planned. I really wanna go to Minnesota, right? If I were to go to Minnesota, 100%, I'm taking my Goldwing. No questions asked. I want my top case. I want to not have a headache, you know what I mean? From all the wind, from all the noise of the engine. I would take my Goldwing. My brother, he would probably be fine on this. And with some earbuds or some earplugs, I think it would be far better. But again, you have to review a motorcycle on what the motorcycle is for. In my opinion, if you're going 55 miles an hour and you're going somewhere far and it's all back roads, you're gonna be feeling good on this the whole way. If you're going interstate, I don't really think so. I think if you're going interstate, you really need a fully faired bike. In my opinion, you need a Goldwing. Especially so, you know, there's Valkyries with the big top case and the big fairing. In my opinion, I would never get that, because if I'm getting a naked Goldwing and then putting a giant fairing and a giant trunk on it, I'm gonna ride a Goldwing 100% of the time. But guys, thank you for watching. At the end of the day, I love this bike. It's phenomenal. The Goldwing content will not end because this is a naked Goldwing, but the Goldwing content will continue. I have both my bikes. Thank you so much for staying engaged during this about a month break I've had to take, but I have a lot of cool videos coming up soon. So go ahead, guys, stick around and subscribe.